Brothers, what I'm about to share might seem strange at first, but it's true. And it comes from decades of experience and research. We all know the outside world shapes our thoughts. For example, if you see the sun setting, you naturally think, the sun is setting. Simple cause and effect. But here's the surprising part. Sometimes, our thoughts influence the outside world in ways we don't expect. You can't just think the sun will set and make it happen, of course. But when it comes to our lives, thoughts have a powerful role in shaping reality. This idea is ancient. Across cultures, people have talked about luck, destiny, and fate. The Greek tragedy of Oedipus shows how trying to avoid destiny ended up causing it. Today, I want to explore how our minds shape what we call luck and destiny. What is luck, really? Luck doesn't exist as a physical thing. You can't pick it up or measure it. It's just a concept we use to explain good things that happen by chance. Maybe you have a lucky day. You step in on something messy, then find $100 on the ground, catch the last ticket to a concert, and everything seems to go your way. You were in the right place at the right time. But while luck itself is just a word, the belief in luck has power. It changes how we act and what we expect. In a famous 2010 experiment, German psychologists had students play mini-golf. Each student hit the ball 10 times, aiming for a hole 10 meters away. Half were told their ball was lucky, the others were told it was just normal. The ball was the same for everyone, so it shouldn't matter. But the lucky ball group scored 35% better. Why? Researchers tested this with 40 more students who brought lucky objects, pens, coins, whatever they believed helped them. Those allowed to keep their lucky items scored better on memory tests than those without them. The belief that their object had power helped them focus and believe they could succeed. Another study tested students solving anagrams. Some had lucky objects and some didn't. Before the test, they were asked how many puzzles they thought they could solve. The lucky object holders expected to do better and worked longer, about 5 more minutes. Simply imagining support from their lucky item made them more determined and focused. This is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Believing in success leads to success. I had a lucky pen from my grandmother, and I believed it helped me learn. You don't even need a lucky object. People who consider themselves lucky tend to perform better. In a study of 200 people, those who said, "Luck is on my side," were more motivated than those who didn't believe in luck. Psychologist Richard Wiseman studied this for years and found that lucky people notice more opportunities. In an experiment, lucky people counted photos in a newspaper faster. Not because they counted faster, but because they spotted a hidden message telling them to stop counting. The unlucky missed it, focused only on counting. Lucky people tend to be more open, less anxious, and more willing to try new things. This mindset creates luck. But here's the flip side. Just as positive beliefs create good results, negative beliefs create suffering. Much of what we fear becomes real, simply because we believe it will. Sociologist Robert Merton called this the self-fulfilling prophecy. A false belief causes behaviors that make the belief come true. For example, people who say, "I don't want to be like my parents," often end up repeating their parents' mistakes. Fear makes us avoid what we dread, but unknowingly, we put ourselves right into those feared situations. Imagine you grew up without validation. Your parents never praised or listened to you. You felt invisible, your opinions ignored. You develop a desperate need for attention. As an adult, you might talk nonstop, speak loudly, and insist on being heard. But this behavior pushes people away because it's exhausting. You fear you don't matter, so you demand attention. And the more you demand, the less you get. You end up alone, exactly as you feared. This is the power of the self-fulfilling prophecy. Or imagine you were abandoned as a child. That pain makes you terrified of abandonment as an adult. You watch your partner's every move, test their love, and panic at the slightest distance. You might threaten to leave fights, hoping they will beg you to stay. This constant pressure drains your relationship, and eventually, your partner leaves, You feared abandonment, and you caused it. Many of us repeat toxic patterns, unable to break the cycle without understanding how our fears shape reality. What you believe about yourself shapes your world. If you don't like who you are or how you look, you might avoid social situations or feel judged. When you enter a room, your mind screams that everyone is watching your flaws. You may even avoid talking or come off irritated because you're so focused on your fears. Meanwhile, someone confident and cheerful gets all the attention. You think, the world is unfair. But it's all in your head. You believe no one likes you, and so no one does. Maybe you carry childhood wounds, feeling misunderstood, humiliated, or told you were not good enough. You become afraid of making mistakes and try to be perfect. That fear controls your actions and limits your life. But here's the truth. Your beliefs, your fears, and your thoughts shape your reality far more than you realize. The question is, will you let them control you? Or will you take the courage to change your story, challenge your fears, and create a new reality where you are the master of your fate? Remember, your mind is the most powerful tool you have. Use it wisely.